Okay, Kenny Brown AGS 4.0 suspensions handle better than anything else on the market, just simply because we don't just change a few pieces here and there. I actually change all the geometry parameters on the front suspension. I change the roll center, the camber gain, the camber curves, the caster gains. Everything is changed so we can focus on getting the maximum tire contact patch on the road at all times. That's what kind of makes us a lot different. It's just everything pointing here has been moved so I can optimize the geometry I'm looking for, a geometry I worked on for some 25 years in Mustangs, and it works really good. Okay, here's another tech tip. Now, I know a lot of people, when they change K-members, they like to put the jack under the engine oil pan, which you can do, but sometimes you have a bigger opportunity to hurt the pan than not hurt the pan. The easiest way is, if you can find one, borrow one, or rent one, is what I call an engine bridge. It's real simple. It goes from strut tower to strut tower. These drop down to some chains that either hook around the motor or on the exhaust manifold, holds the motor up, and drop the K-member out and put it back up in place. Now, something else you can do if this isn't available is take maybe some 4x4s, set them right on your strut towers, a big piece of pipe or tube, or even a huge piece of wood, and then you can use just ratcheting straps, go around the motor and ratchet it up. You just need to hold it up in the air, suspend it, so you can drop the K-member out, the old one out, and put the new K-member in. That's the quick and easy way to do it. Okay, here's another tech tip for you when you're installing a K-member to make your job go a little bit easier and smoother. What our guys do is we actually drop the K-member, the control arms, and the steering all in one unit, just bring it down and then take it apart on the floor. Now, putting it back in, it's much easier to do the K-member, the control arms, and steering rack separately, but if you take everything down at one unit to start with, it'll make your day a lot easier and make the job go smoother. Here's a tech tip when you're installing a K-member, what to do with your brake calipers. The thing you don't want to do with your brake calipers is unbolt them and just let them hang on the brake lines. That has a real good potential to rupture the lines. What you want to do is take a really strong wire, some zip ties, find a hole in the frame, and tie them up so they're out of the way yet supported. Okay, we've got our Kenny Brown AGS 4.0 K-member and control arms installed. Now, the things that make this such a superior product to everything that's out there in the market is, first of all, it's heavy-duty design. True, we save quite a bit of weight for drag racers who's looking to save weight, even for road racers looking to save weight. But more importantly, its design is very heavy duty. We've done full FEA, finite element analysis in the computer. We've bent it every way we can to make sure it's strong. Some of the K-members that are in the aftermarket for Mustangs are really great for drag racing because they're super light, but it's the kind of thing that I really wouldn't want to trust on the street or going around a track. So a super heavy duty design is what makes this special, along with, of course, all the geometry that's built into it. Okay, here's another Kenny Brown performance speed secret. And when I engineer this geometry and suspensions, I'm trying to make the tires work as good as they can, put the biggest contact patch on the ground. A good example of this we can show with this car being in the air. The engineering that I go in the geometry is to make the tire, as you go into, let's say we're making a left-hand turn. Now, as we watch as we make the left-hand turn, you can actually see that the wheel comes out a little bit at the bottom. That's negative camber. That way, the outside wheel is digging into the corner. Now, if we were making a right-hand turn, this would be the inside wheel, and you can see as it turns to the right side how the bottom goes in. That's positive camber. That means as you go around a corner, the inside wheel is digging in at an angle to the turn, and the outside wheel is digging into angle of turn. So the wheels are basically doing this through all the turns, giving you maximum bite. And the easiest way to do that, just think about if you're running around a corner yourself, you want to run on the inside of your foot and not the outside. So that's what makes a Kenny Brown AGS 4.0 Advanced Geometry Suspension turn just so good and handle so well.